Cognition is the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and the senses. Gnosis is the ability of the brain to recognize previously learned information, such as objects, persons, or places, collected from our senses. Thus, there are different types of gnosis, one for each sensory modality, and gnosis which combine different sensory modalities. Learning is the acquisition of knowledge or skills through experience, study, or by being taught. A real-world example of this would be a mnemonic device or a memory device. Is any learning technique that aids information retention or retrieval in the human memory. Mnemonics make use of elaborate encoding, retrieval cues, and imagery as specific tools to encode any given info in a way that allows for efficient storage and retrieval. Motivation, the reasons one has for acting or behaving in a particular way. A real-world example of this would be extrinsic motivation, the motives of others, metaphorical gun to your head, or a boss's rushed deadline. Intrinsic motivation would be motives from the self, your aspirations, your personal desires, and your personal goals. The biological influences on these three concepts kind of run in this way. There's three examples. ADHD, at the root of the name, and this affects cognition. At the root of the name, a student with ADHD has a hyperactive deficit in their attention. This affects how long they can effectively take information from one sense at a time. Before long, the educational stimulus has a diminishing return on its ability to engage the student's brain, and they soon find a newer, more engaging stimulus. The biological effects on learning. Learning is a process done through the senses. Whether we receive information through a kinesthetic process, the aroma of a properly done dish, the written form of a math equation, or a note in a song, the information comes through the senses. Where one synapse connects to another synapse to make a neural connection of the learned concept. Biological effects on motivation, or the connection. Our biology naturally sends us to our needs through motivation. Through a chemical process, our body identifies what is needed in the body, and the brain relays this to us through hormones and chemical bodies. This creates desire. Psychological influences on these three concepts. We're going to focus just on classical conditioning and stimuli. Stimuli is for learning. Stimuli is used as a marker for the brain to learn and understand, to comprehend and appreciate. Cognition. Stimuli can be, this is from Clark. Stimuli can be rearranged so that one stimulus provides the organism with information concerning the occurrence of another stimulus. Motivation. When using classical conditioning, a stimulus can also be considered a motivator. Thank you very much. These are all of my sources. Top one was the most recently used, kind of making its way down. Thank you very much.